So I'm gonna get off my soapbox before this video becomes all about that, because nobody wants to hear me regurgitate papers I wrote while in college about this. Hey there, welcome back, and welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren, and today I'm going to be reviewing Not in the Plan by Dana Hawkins. So this is a sapphic rom-com book that explores feelings of self-doubt, healing, and growing while being in your mid-20s. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. It was super good. And before I get any further into this review, I wanted to give a quick thank you to Storm Publishing for allowing me to be an early reader of Not in the Plan by Dana Hawkins. The book comes out on January 31st, 2024. Thank you, Storm Publishing. All of the opinions expressed in this review are my own. Everything starts with Mac, who is a 25-year-old who is allergic to any type of relationship, and she is running from a deadline. She's trying to publish her second thriller novel, and the deadline's fast approaching, and she has nothing written on the page, really. So she decides to run away from New York to Seattle, where her parents live, and try to write this book. Now Charlie, our other heroine, is drowning in self-doubt and has been hiding truths from the only person she really has, who is her childhood best friend, Finn. 6 months ago, she opened up her coffee shop, Sugar Mugs, in the house that her aunt left her. And all of it is perfectly cozy and just what it sounds like. As she is starting to count every single coffee that is lost as lost money, Mac comes stumbling in, trying to work on her book. What Mac doesn't realize is that Charlie might just be the missing piece to her book, but she doesn't let Charlie know. Now we have 2 other characters who are really important to this story, which are Mac's parents that are so loving and supportive, and they have just had a horrible time at it. They moved from New York City, where they raised Mac, to Seattle to take over Andrew's parents' construction business. And then Kelly was diagnosed with breast cancer. And just as all of this is happening, Mac starts writing her first book. The first book is an utter success, tops all the bestseller list. So Mac's second book, she's given an advance on her publishing money, whatever you want to call that. She's given an advance on it. And so secretly she decides to help out her parents with her mother's diagnosis. Now back to current day, her parents don't know what happened. They think it was just a billing error, and Mac is feeling the pressure from her second book not being complete because the advance money will be taken back if she doesn't deliver the book. And she doesn't have the money to pay all that money back because all of it was used to help her mother's medical bills. But the thing is, Mac's parents don't know this at all. So she has all of this secret pressure on her shoulders. Now, Charlie is working on healing from a divorce 2 years ago from her ex-wife. And there was a lot of codependency issues and trust issues around that. So it's a very hard trauma to heal from. And so when Mac arrives, she feels as if she's drowning in debt and she doesn't know what to do because the dream of this beautiful coffee shop that Charlie has always loved might be taken away from her. And so Mac arrives just as Charlie thinks that the red tape is gonna just come over the front door any day now. So I rated this book 4 out of 5 stars. It was so good. I devoured it in like 2 days. It was just so freaking cute. Dana Hawkins built Charlie, Mac, and the whole gang so that they felt as if they were real people that could just walk straight off the page. And that's something that a lot of authors that I've read, especially in these rom-com books, can often struggle with that realness aspect of a character. I also want to say that I did give it 1.5 spices. So there were some scenes, but in my rating of spiciness, no actual sex words were used. But if you are a more closed door person, this might not be the book for you because it carries through those scenes. So Dana Hawkins did such a good job on this book. The balance in the story that was put between humor and real life problems that everyday humans face was so well done that it felt as if I was talking to my friend or my neighbor. All of the characters felt as real as if they were real life people. And it was wonderful to see that being done. All of the emotions that were expressed throughout the book, like anxiety, worry, happiness, and the feeling of utterly falling in love and being terrified of the commitment and the trust. They were all so well done, and once again, it just goes back to the characters all felt very real. And it was absolutely beautiful to watch that happen in a book. Another plus that boosted this book's rating for me was that it actually made me laugh out loud. Like, I caught myself laughing. I'm hanging out on the couch with my partner and I catch myself laughing at certain scenes or just what Mac and Charlie say to each other, and it was so good. Another compliment I wanted to give to Dana Hawkins' writing is that the settings were all very visually there for me. Sometimes in a book you can struggle to get what the whole scene looks like, and for this it was never far from my mind as I was reading. So the atmosphere surrounding the characters, it was always just right there, and it was beautiful. And honestly, this book would make such a great movie. Like, I want it to be made into a movie because it would be so freaking cute. The coffee shop, Mac's parents' condo, Charlie's loft, the parade, the market, and the restaurant scenes. All of these were written in a way that I felt as if I was watching all of the scenes unfold right in front of me, which is why I think it would make a great movie. And now, the pacing of a romance book, especially like a rom-com book, is so important. And it's a key detail that can sometimes be overlooked. You know, the person falls in love within 2 weeks and they change their entire lives and they're essentially a married couple by the end of week 3. Or it goes over the course of like 5 years and you don't really know why it's taking so long. These are all things that I've seen before in previous romance books, and it can become a big plot hole. And now, while the first week or two that Mac and Charlie are getting to know each other and starting to grow and form their relationship, it does take up about 65% of the book, maybe 75%. The last 25% is over the course of a month or two, because Mac is writing her book and needs to finish that and decides to focus 12 hours a day on that during the daylight when Charlie's working at the coffee shop. And Charlie is working on growing her business, doing social media, doing programs, hiring more people. They're both focusing on individual endeavors, but at the end of the night, like a true couple, and this is what I love to see, is that they would come together and have dinner and chat, and it was like marital bliss in a way. And it was absolutely adorable, and just couples that support each other on their individual endeavors. That is something I will never get sick of seeing. This book is LGBTQ plus friendly. Obviously, it's a sapphic book. Everybody's very supportive in it. It's not anything crazy. But my one problem that I do have with the book, and this might be absolutely shallow or just because I did a lot of my research during my college program, specifically on this in literature, this is one of the problems that came up for me. And it's that Ben, Charlie's childhood best friend who works with her in the coffee shop, he is pansexual or bisexual, one or the other, I apologize. But everything surrounding him makes him seem as if he's a comic relief character and that he has no depth. The memories that Charlie talks about with him, they don't have any substance to them in a way. And this is a character trope that has been perpetuated for a long, long time through lots of works of literature. And so part of me is asking, okay, maybe he was just a comic relief character, or maybe it was subconscious that, you know, this trope was perpetuated in yet another LGBTQ plus book. But it's extremely problematic because bi and pansexual characters are then seen as comic relief in almost all books, and then that is then translated into real life. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox before this video becomes all about that, because nobody wants to hear me regurgitate papers I wrote while in college about this. But that was one thing that was very problematic to me, and maybe I wasn't just looking hard enough. I would love to do a reread of this book and kind of take that lens and look at the book through that. I might do that and update this video at some point. If you are looking for a sapphic book that will make you swoon and is just absolutely adorable, and it's perfect for Valentine's Day, which is upcoming, you need to check out Not in the Plan by Dana Hawkins. It's funny, yet the characters could jump straight off the page, and it didn't even feel like reading, which once again, that is the best kind of book to read, where you absolutely forget that you're reading, and the moment you're pulled back into reality, you realize it's not a movie playing in your head. It's a relatively quick read and would be a great pick-me-up read or get out of a reading slump read. So once again, I rated Not in the Plan by Dana Hawkins 4 out of 5 stars. And thank you once again to Storm Publishing for allowing me to be an early reader. This book comes out on January 31st, 2024. Thank you for watching this review of Not in the Plan by Dana Hawkins. If you enjoyed this review, consider giving the video a like. And if you are into more book content, book shenanigans, reviews, anything like that, I post every Friday. So consider subscribing to my channel and we can be friends. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I hope you decide to pick up this book, and it is worth the read and it's absolutely wonderful. And I'll see y'all next time. I guess I'll keep doing that. I guess I'll keep freaking doing this. God, it's so fucking cheesy. Bye, guys.